Hey friends, my name is Jake. Welcome to Canadian Cutting Edge. Do you know what my most watched video is? It's a video about stropping. So I've got a video that talks an awful lot about stropping. This video is an addendum, just a little add-on to the end about recurve blades. This has got a slight recurve. I don't have any dramatic recurve blades right now to show you, but a recurve is a blade that instead of having a belly for the cutting edge, it's got an inverse curve. So, you know, the tip and the heel are lower than the middle of the blade. If you put it down flat on something, you know, the middle of the blade doesn't touch the table, but the tip and the heel do. That's a recurve. And it can be hard to strop these. So what I want you to do, before you watch this video, watch the other video that I've got linked below about Stropping 101, because 95% of what you need to know about stropping a recurve blade is that information. I'm just going to give you the tiny bit of different stuff that you need to know about recurves. Keep watching. This kind of strop is not good for recurve blades. The leather is inset from the side of the wood, and it's just hard to use for stropping a recurve. So don't use one of these. I've made a bunch of these myself. You know, it's just a thin piece of plywood, and I glue some leather on, skin side out, skin side in. I tend to like the suede side, the skin side in. Well, it's all skin, but so the fleshy side is out. It just works best, especially for stropping recurves. And the main thing is you're going to be using the edge for stropping, which means two things. It's going to take a whole lot longer, and you got to be more patient. That's one thing. And that's the main things it means. The other thing is, on a knife like this, you can still strop the main belly of it, just like you do any other knife. If you start at the tip, you know, you can start going down, or you start on the belly and you work way down that way. You strop this section and this section separately. So this section is what you need to know. And I'll show it with this. Basically, you're stropping on the edge. You still have to find your angle, but it's a whole lot harder now because you don't have any spot to reference. So if you've got a recurve knife like this, the best thing is do the belly first and get used to that angle once you've found that angle where it is. Because once you've found that angle, then you can then do the recurve at that same angle. You start up high at the heel and you just slide your way down to the belly. Now it takes a whole lot more strops because you're stropping just on one tiny part. But there's one other important thing as well. When you're stropping a regular knife, the pressure that you're putting down is spread over a wider area. When you're stropping just using the edge, you're putting all the pressure on at one spot, which means you got much more pressure. So it's even more important to go lightly. So you get that angle right there, and you just lightly go through the recurve section. And just using that edge. So hopefully you got your compound right to the edge. You can strop with no compound as well, but you're doing the exact same thing, just sliding it down until you get to the belly, and then you're done. And then you do the other side. You can work, I like to work from the heel down. For the recurve especially, it's best to work right from the heel and go down. And you just do that, you know, 10, 15, 20 times per side until you get your strop done. You're not going to overstrop the middle section, because if you're doing everything else right, you're only going to make any overlap section that much better. So I've done this often. There's no distinctive line. You can't see where you started or ended. It just works well. It just takes a lot more time to get through the entire knife all the way to the tip. Now it is easy if you're pushing too hard. You're always going to mess up the tip area. So the tip area, if it's just a slight recurve, you know, you can still do it like this. And you're just doing a little part of the knife. You can try it the other way, starting at the tip and working to the heel. And if that works for you, keep doing that. I just find for learning, it was easier for me way back when to start at the heel and move my knife away. But either way works fine. You can start at the beginning of the recurve, so right there, and work in, or you'll start at the heel and work out, whichever works best for you. I'm a bit ambidextrous, so I can easily flip over hand to hand, and that helps me. Not everybody's got that privilege, but there you go. That's the difference that you need to perfect for stropping a recurve blade. If you've got any questions, email me at canadiancuttingedge@gmail.com and I'll be happy to help you out. Don't forget to watch the other video for all the other important points about stropping. Remember, friends, always cut towards your chum, not your thumb. Bye for now.